Our world is a finely knit fabric, stitched together all around us in ways we seldom see. Let's travel through another dimension, a dimension where those who knit hold the secrets of modern existence in their very hands. A journey into a wondrous land, stitching together a fine fabric of function and possibility. Take a step into the Stitch Dimension. I'm Kristy Glass. Join me as we embark on a journey to explore the inner world of the fiber arts and break down the concepts that have shaped the textile world around us. Oh, hi! Look down at your clothes. Look down at the project in your hands. Look at this tablecloth. Look at this chair upholstery. Look at this pillow. OMG, there are so many textiles touching me right now. Like, we can never get away from them. You'd have to be naked and sitting on a bare concrete floor to not be touching or using a textile or fibers. Let's not think about that. How were all these textiles made? And really, what is the difference between knitting and crochet and knitting and weaving? Though they all use yarn, these three crafts are very different. Knitting is a structure of interlocking loops. It's created with 2 needles and a strand of yarn working 1 stitch at a time. Crochet is a series of knots created with 1 hook and building on itself in a 3-dimensional way. The possibilities with crochet are vast, from dense single crochet to open lacy patterns of triple crochets, fans, and motifs. You can work crochet in multiple directions, which makes it great for 3D shapes such as toys, amigurumi, amigurumi, that's the one. Weaving is a structure of perpendicular threads that lock each other in. It is very strong and versatile. Weaving is made on a loom. The warp yarn is threaded in one direction, and the weft yarn wrapped around a shuttle goes over and under the warp. What are these structures good for? Why do we need all 3? Knitting makes inherently flat panels of fabric, but it's easy to pattern and shape for custom effects, and it's snug and elastic. It makes stretchy and drapey fabric. These things make it great for sweaters, socks, hats, and mittens. Knitting by hand is a rather slow activity. Commercial knitting machines speed things up. That's how most commercial sweaters are made. Knitted fabric traps a lot of air, especially in animal fibers that are fluffy and hollow, making knitwear warm and ideal for those cozy outer layers. Crochet is great for 3D shapes, density that is not elastic, lacework, and creative patterning, making it great for toys, doilies, lacy dresses and garments, and colorful afghans. The nice thing about crocheted swimsuits is that they are much less likely to stretch or sag when wet. Knitted swimsuits, however, bathe at your own risk.
Ew.
Crochet, by many accounts, is faster than knitting, but uses more yarn and is harder to manufacture commercially. Crochet, knitting, and weaving are global textile crafts, being found on every inhabited continent. The earliest examples of true knitting dates to the 11th century, but its advanced design implies that knitting was developed sometime earlier than that. Crochet is a much more recent invention than knitting and weaving, with its oldest examples emerging in the early 19th century. Missionaries and colonizers in the Victorian period spread crochet and knitting all over the world, leading to their speedy adoption by cultures who did not previously practice these crafts. Many cultures adapted the crafts to their own styles and uses. Weaving, however, is ancient and ubiquitous. Artifacts of weaving reach back to the Stone Age. Humans were weaving baskets and simple cloth more than 20,000 years ago. Now we have all kinds of looms and patterns, but the basic concepts remain. Weaving is great for durable fabrics that can be cut and sewn. It makes rectangular panels of cloth, except for in special cases like shaped pin looms and advanced looms that create tubular fabrics. Your jeans are woven. Canvas is woven. Fine fashion fabrics are woven. Bed sheets are woven. Weaving, once the loom is set up, is fast. Commercial weaving makes mass-produced textiles a reality for the whole world. So let's recap. Most button-up shirts are woven. Traditional rugs, woven. A sturdy tweed jacket, probably woven. A lightweight tee that hugs your lady curves. Or that t-shirt that shows off Tom from accounting's arms? Probably knitted by machines at a very tiny scale. When looking at a textile, ask yourself, Can you see little V's in the fabric? Do they form vertical columns either on the right side or the wrong side of the fabric? Pop quiz! What is this cloth? No, it's not weaving. Tricked ya! This is knitting made to look like weaving. See the columns of V-stitches? People still do all of these crafts by hand today. Being connected to the textiles that are everywhere around us and that we depend on in so many ways is a really cool experience. If you're curious about one or all of these crafts, there are lots of resources to help you get started. And if you want to be hardcore, first you'll spin your own yarn and then make cloth with it, and then cut it and sew it and embroider it. Wait, I missed something. First, you'll raise your own sheep or cotton, harvest the fibers from them, then spin your own yarns, then make your own cloth. You get it.
Next time on The Stitch Dimension, we'll take a look at our fluffy friends and where yarn comes from.
Hello? Who said that? Bye.